Update 8 will bring some amazing new features that we've been truly requesting for the game since it launched. And that is just super amazing. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Planet Stefania. In this video, we're gonna go through the update highlights, and I will share my thoughts with you on this update, what features I'm most excited about. Just so you know, as context, I love both the creative and the management aspects of these games. So I also love the management updates when they come out. So let's dive in. First of all, let's check out the official announcement and then we'll go over it in detail. So let's dive in. 3, 2, 1.
Heyo everyone, let's kick off the second year of Planet Coaster 2 content with another free update in December. Do you want to say it this time, Adam?
Let's dive into the details.
Animated scenery is now scalable. Simply place down your favourite animated pieces from the base game or a DLC pack and use the scale tool the same way you would with a static scenery piece. This opens up a huge range of new possibilities for you to play around with. Love the dragons from the fairy tale theme? They're a family now.
What about the giant Kraken monster, Rich?
It just got a whole lot more giant.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Moving on, we have another new moving platform for you. The spring moving platform can be attached to the usual surfaces, including rides, and will react to the momentum of whatever it's attached to with a fun, bouncy effect.
It's blueprint time. We heard you ask for more blueprints, and we're happy to deliver. A selection of blueprints that featured in the original Planet Coaster themes will be returning in Planet Coaster 2. Alongside these returning blueprints, we've added a range of new options for some of our Planet Coaster 2 flat rides that are sure to wow your guests. Enjoy.
Let's talk roller coasters. For owners of the Sorcery Pack, we're excited to share with you a magical free edition. A return variant of the Vector Child Coaster is now available. Using this variant, you can create an open-ended twisting and turning track layout before it reaches the end, allowing your guests to then experience it all again, but this time backwards. Also for Sorcery Pack owners, we've added a whole dual direction piece for Altimax's LSM Raid Coaster and Bike and Sidecar. With this piece, your train can pause for that moment of suspense before a launch, but still come back through the track in both directions to keep momentum. Oh, and the Raid Coaster can now use a chain lift. For all players, we've got even more coaster updates. Adam, it's time for a quickfire round.
Let's do it. The HPC Steel Rails and the HPC Steel Topped coasters are getting an LSM track for a smooth, fast launch option. The Vector and Dark Kinetics looping coasters are getting dual spine tracks, and the Movement Construction Mine Train is getting a plankless track for when things really go off the rails.
Next up, some improvements to the management and economy systems, starting with rides. We've updated ticket price calculations and tweaked the wear rates of rides and utilities. Serving these will now come with a fee based on the cost of repairing them to 80%, which will add more of a challenge to the management of your park economy and upkeep. You'll be able to keep track of the maintenance decay using this updated information panel. And we've added a ticket price breakdown panel for you to see exactly how your ride's price is being determined. Scenery prestige has been adjusted. We're decreasing the impact of each individual scenery piece, but upping its effective radius, which will give a more balanced impact on rides.
On to further changes to utilities. Where relevant, you will now see power and water information for a building or facility in the browser. We've also improved the water flow heat map to give you a clearer view of how your water is being distributed throughout your park. Improvement to guest behaviours will see them leave a pool to satisfy a pressing need. Meanwhile, you'll see fewer hungry or thirsty guests waiting in queues, in pools, and on rides. Update 8 brings improvements to the weather system in Planet Coaster 2. Not only are we introducing new weather types, we're also making the system clearer to understand and changing how your guests react to it. Thunderstorms are here, and they bring with them the potential to put your crisis management skills to the test. Be prepared for lightning strikes during a storm. These strikes can cause utilities or rides to break down if hit, and this will definitely make your guests panic if they were riding it at the time. So consider closing your rides during a thunderstorm and make sure you have mechanics ready to jump into action.
During thunderstorms and rain, guests will look to avoid getting wet, refusing to use pools, flumes, or wet benches, and instead looking to find rides that have sheltered queues.
When a guest is wet, their dryness need deteriorates over time. When the need falls into the red zone, your guests will become uncomfortable and need to get dry. Once dried off over time or by using a body dryer, the dryness need will recover.
Snow is also coming in Update 8. While this new weather type brings a distinct look to your park, it also comes with management challenges for you to overcome. Pools will freeze over in extreme cold temperatures unless you keep them heated with the new pool heaters, and as the temperature of a pool drops, your guest will vacate it. Guests now have a new need: warmth. As you'd expect with snow, the temperature around your park will drop, causing your guests to really feel the cold and look for warmer areas. Make sure to use the new heaters throughout your park and offer hot food and drinks to allow your guests to recover from the frosty conditions.
We've also tweaked sunburn. You will now be able to track a guest's needs for sun cream on the needs panel, and we've made a change to how sun cream itself works to complement it. Sun cream is now a consumable item that will last a set amount of time. Once the guest has used up all that sun cream, they'll need to buy more if staying in the park in sunny conditions.
To help you navigate these weather improvements, we've added a temperature indicator to the bottom of the screen, as well as heat maps to keep track of temperature, dryness, and sun cream throughout your park.
All this snow, Rich, it's beginning to look a lot like...
The festive scenery theme is returning from the original Planet Coaster with Update 8. Get your guests in the holiday spirit as they journey through a winter wonderland of festive cheer. This free theme comes with over 200 pieces and a selection of blueprints for you to build with. We can't wait to see your creations. As always, that was just a whistle-stop tour of what's to come in Update 8, available for free this December. Everything we have shown today will be released along with a variety of fixes and optimizations, so keep an eye on planetcoaster.com in the coming weeks for the full update notes. Thanks for watching!
Okay, so let's go through the trailer in detail. Let's start with the updates hiking coaster. Poor guy. I hope he doesn't land on his belly. He lands on his belly. Yeah, he lands on his belly. That must have hurt. Okay, so we're going to update 8 highlights. First of all, scalable animated scenery. That is one that I was desperately hoping for in the game. I'm so happy that they included this in the update. I was really looking forward to scaling like the dragons from the fantasy theme. Exactly what they showed here, like the Viking animatronics. That just opens up a whole new world of possibilities. Also like making a giant world in scale and making people believe they're really tiny. I mean, there are so many opportunities for creativity here with the scalable animatronics. This is what I was hoping for since we got the fantasy theme. Just for, so you know, more context. I'm new to the Planet Coaster games as a whole. I didn't really play Planet Coaster 1 really a lot. I got it a few months before Planet Coaster 2 was announced, so I just waited until we got Planet Coaster 2. So for me, all of these new themes are new to me, including the holiday theme that we're gonna get with this update. So for me, the dragons were super cute, and I just wanted to have a little baby dragon here. So nice. Looking forward to this one. Also the Kraken. The Kraken is super cute. If you like this scene, you can check out my shorts tab on my channel and you'll find one that you may find funny with the Kraken. I just had that idea and I had to put it out there. And then we go to the spring moving platform. I love the moving platforms because they're like building blocks for creativity. We can take them and use them any way we want to. And I know that Taggy 3D will absolutely create something amazing with this one again. And looking forward to seeing what everyone creates in the community with the new springs. I'm also excited about the blueprints. Why? Because not everyone likes to build piece by piece in this game. Not everyone likes to or has the time to build piece by piece using the modular building system. Blueprints let you like just chill, relax, have a relaxing creative session after work at night, and you don't have to spend so many hours building something that looks nice. So I do think that it's nice to have that option in addition to the workshop. You have the pre-built blueprints, and if you want, you can expand that. But the blueprints that they're going to include look really awesome. Again, even if they are from Planet Coaster 1, to me they are new because I didn't play Planet Coaster 1, so they look really awesome. Looking forward to having them in the game. And it's great that we also have some new blueprints for the rides. I think they look amazing. The Viking theme is one that I absolutely love. And the aquatic theme is definitely, I think, my top theme. And we're also getting this one over here. For the ride, I would personally love to see the aquatic theme being expanded a little bit, or possibly in a DLC, because I love the aquatic theme as a Planet Zoo fan. Well, you know what I mean. I love anything related to animals. But yeah, I do think that it would be awesome to have more pieces for the aquatic theme. And over here we can see some additions that are coming for everyone who bought the sorcery pack. If you haven't gotten that pack, I do really think that it's worth it. It has many pieces that are very versatile, not just for the sorcery theme, but also for other themes as well. It works very well with the fantasy theme for creating like the castles and the houses and the little towns. I do think that they work really nicely. So I'm very excited about these updates. We have a Vector Child Coaster. This part, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about these additions. They do mention a lot of different details, and you can check out the official announcement again. But I'm not really like very knowledgeable on coasters and the specific like pieces and tracks. And I mean, I can create a coaster, but I'm not really into those details, at least not at the moment. I do look forward to learning more about this. I am more focused on like the management aspects and the rides and the water park side of the game. So now we go to all the different pieces. Also, we're going to get, oh, this one is great. This one is great. Let me go back a little bit. Here's where the management aspect starts to come into life of this update. Like I said, I love the management aspect of these games as well. That is one of the main reasons why I play the games, because I love management. And the Planet games have like this deep micromanagement aspect that I love. You like building the gift shops, running the staff. And one thing that I would definitely ask Frontier, please give us a new user interface for staff management. That would be my main request at this moment. If it's not already included in the update, maybe it is. We'll have to see. I do hope that they've like redesigned that user interface for assigning the staff to the staff zones. But the management improvements in this update are super nice. Like, we are going to have more of a challenge because repairing the rides is now going to have a cost in the budget. We're also going to see like more details of the maintenance, I think, the condition of the ride. We're going to, if we refurbish it, it's going to have a cost. If we call the mechanic, it's going to have a cost. So it's going to make the management aspect of the maintenance a lot more challenging. And we're also going to get to see the details of how the ticket price is calculated. We can see that the ride experience, the scenery increases the price, reputation, the game difficulty multiplier. If we choose the settings for the game, like I think that would be for challenge mode. And then we have the park ticket multiplier, premium tickets, of course, they pay a little extra. And then we have the ticket price itself, and that's what we see over here. I do love this little breakdown because it helps us to understand if we need to like add more scenery, we need to improve the experience. It gives us like those little cues for improving. We also see the scenery bonus, I think. That is something that they've also adjusted how it's calculated throughout the park, like the scenery score. You have it over here. Okay, yeah, the scenery score over here. We have a new heat map for that. And they're also like making changes to the water and power systems and how they work, how they are like represented in the heat maps. I do love that logistic as well because, yeah, the overall services of the park are another really important part of the management that make the game more realistic. We're also going to see less guests like hungry, thirsty, or needing to go to the bathroom, to the toilet when they are on queues and when they are on pools. They're apparently going to take care of their needs better. And that is something that I was highly looking forward to in the game, for the team to tweak all of this, because it is a key part of the management aspect. If you choose to have like the toilets close to a roller coaster, you want people to actually prioritize going there. And by addressing this, I do think they're making a huge change to the overall management aspect of the game. And now comes the truly amazing part. All of this has been amazing, okay? Don't get me wrong. But this one is like the cherry on the cake. Weather improvements. We've been asking for weather since the game launched, and we've had weather before, but now we're going to have truly impactful weather that is going to change how we manage the parks, depending on the season, depending on the current climate, the current temperature. And I really love that they took everything that we requested. I mean, I wrote a comment, I remember back a few months ago in one of Rudy Rancamel's videos, he said that Frontier was reading all of our comments. So I wrote as well, and I supported that idea of having impactful weather on the management features. It's amazing that Frontier is like reading our comments and actually listening to our feedback and implementing that. And I'm so glad to see this being implemented. So now we're getting what we are asking for, so weather improvements. Now, what are we going to get? Yeah, you just saw it. We're getting snow, and the snow looks amazing. In Planet Zoo, it already looked amazing, but I think in this implementation, based on what they're saying, it's going to have a lot more impact. Like, people are going to prioritize looking for hot food, hot drinks. The pools are going to be frozen if you don't add heaters, and I'm going to show you all of this in just a moment. But the management is going to be very impressive here. We're also going to have thunderstorms that can strike on the rides themselves, and people are going to panic and they're going to leave the rides if they were on the ride when the lightning strikes. And you can see also that the sky is like really, really dark, and you're not going to get this like light on the park. Like, the lighting is going to be affected by the weather, and that is something super, super amazing. I really loved it. Currently, it was like, even if it was cloudy or raining, the overall park looked already like sunny. So it didn't really change the aspect, but here you can already see that this is actually having an impact. Really nice. Everyone is like with the umbrellas. You can see here when the lightning strikes, the ride may break down, and you're going to need to call the mechanic. People are going to panic, and it's just amazing. I really love all of the logistics, and this one, you have to give her an award because she loves her job. This is fine, right? And here I want to also congratulate the team on going the extra mile here, because I noticed that there are ripples, like these little ripples in the water here in this area. I think this is the pool. So when it's raining, you're going to see like the little ripples here of the rain falling in the pool and some water areas. And that is just going the extra mile. I really love it, how the floor looks really wet. People are also going to have a dryness meter, and they're going to like prioritize sitting on dry benches, which is super realistic. We also do that as well, right? You're not going to sit over here and you're going to get all wet. You can sit here and be comfortable until the rain stops. And they're also going to prioritize rides with covered queues. So that is another aspect of the logistics, but also in the creative aspect. You have to balance both of them. They're going to have a dryness need. You can see it over here. And that dryness need is going to go down. When they need to get dry, they're going to go to the dryers. And I think, if I remember correctly, the dryers have some cost to them. So people are going to pay to use them. And that's something that can increase the revenue of our park. As a person who loves the management aspect, I really love all of this logistics. Awesome, you can see the animations. That's something that I love. And please, I want to share my opinion here. I love the character style of the Planet games, of Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster. That's something that I would love to see at some point in Jurassic World Evolution 3. These characters that look like cartoons are something that I really, really love. So please, Frontier, if you're listening, always keep these characters and the style. Thank you. I really love their details. And then we go to the snow. You can see the snow. What can I say? What else can I say? It looks beautiful, right? It looks like a winter wonderland. But now the snow is going to have an impact on the management and logistics. You can see the frozen pools over here. They're gonna freeze, and that is awesome because the pool is going to be closed, of course. You don't want people getting hypothermia. Or you can also place like pool heaters. And the heaters are going to keep the water melted, like, okay, the water is melted. What am I saying? Okay, it's going to keep the water like liquid instead of turning into ice, but people are also going to start leaving the pool. They're going to leave the pool if the pool is really cold. So you're going to need a lot of heaters, and even if you have the heaters, if the pool turns really cold, people are going to start emptying the pool. Super realistic, love that additional touch. and people are going to get cold, as you can see over here. One thing that I would love to ask Frontier is that please, 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 it would be awesome if you could add winter clothing. I really love all the details, don't get me wrong, but it would be awesome if Frontier could add like some winter clothing at some point. That would be truly amazing. I love the animations, by the way. Now, another great thing is that people are going to look for hot drinks and food when it's cold to warm themselves. Now we're going to have in the heat map, we're going to have a temperature heat map. So you have to provide some heaters in the park and also hot beverages like coffee, you can see it over here, or hot meals. Now, for the sunscreen, we go to the other extreme of the weather, like when it's really sunny, really hot. People are also going to need more sun cream. This is going to be a resource that is going to diminish with time as it's used, realistically, because when you buy a bottle of sun cream, you are going to use the sun cream and then you're going to need to buy more. So that also gives you an additional business opportunity in the park. If you are selling sun cream and you have a lot of people and it's a really sunny day, you're going to be selling more sun cream as people get burned. So that's really, really nice. I really love that. And well, let's continue. This is, here we can see the heat map for warmth. We're going to be able to see if people are warm or cold. We're also going to see dryness. If people are wet or if they are dry, they will need to get dry in the dryers. And over here we can see another amazing addition in the update, the holiday pieces. We can see these holiday pieces. Remember, I'm new to Planet Coaster, so all of these pieces are absolutely new to me. The only thing that I've seen previously is I watched the winter update trailer for Planet Coaster 1, and they looked amazing back then as well. So I'm really looking forward to having all of these. Maybe I'm thinking about recording a video going through that update and going through the images that we have so far of the pieces, so we can like dive in. Because if you're new to these pieces like me, I think you're gonna love them because they are super like capturing the essence of Christmas and holidays over here. I just love this one. This is a perfect wallpaper. Don't tell me it's not. It's just so beautiful. It's like a winter wonderland with candy. It's like everyone, it looks so amazing. Congratulations as well to the person who created this overall scene for the trailer. Really nice. I really love that we can actually like decorate, since now we can decorate the moving cabins and the buses and all the rides. Now we can actually create Christmas themed rides and Christmas themed transportation system. So I really look forward to having all of this like in a winter wonderland with the snow included. Then, okay, and that is like the summary. I really love seeing them with their like umbrellas and the rescalable animatronics. And finally, we close with this beautiful image of the snow. No, please, no, go back to the snow. Okay, the snow. Before we end this video, I just want to say that I'm very happy with this update. I'm very happy with how Frontier has listened to everyone's feedback, has turned the game around. I really love the Planet series. Planet Zoo is my favorite game of all times, and Planet Coaster is a game that I recently discovered when Planet Coaster 2 was launched a few months before that. I'm a total fan of the Planet series and I want it to succeed. I want it to become what it can become. And I think the Planet series is very unique, it's very creative, it's very management oriented. This update will bring Planet Coaster 2, I think, where everyone will really enjoy it both creatively and in terms of management. So I'm really looking forward to checking it out in the game. It comes out on December 4th, and Frontier announced that there is a live stream on December 3rd. And the DLC that is coming with the free update, remember that Frontier always, like when it launches an update, it also launches a DLC. Well, we're gonna get a DLC, and that will have more information on December 1st. This DLC is teased by this small short clip at the end of the trailer. And yes, it looks so cute. I do think that it's going to be a toys or kids-oriented DLC. Here we can see some rides. I think this was the perfect idea for a Christmas DLC. What else? When you think of Christmas, you think of toys, you think of children, and we were asking for more kids' rides. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of this in the new DLC. We'll have more information on December 1st, they said, so I'm looking forward to it as well. Thank you for watching, have an awesome day, and until the next video!